Can I move with my family to Germany as a student? Or probably you're already in Germany as a student and you want your spouse or children to come join you. Germany is one of those countries that values keeping families together. So whether you're coming to Germany as a student or a skilled worker, in this video, I'm going to be showing you all the possible ways you can make this work. Now, before we move on, let me talk about something I believe is super important for anyone moving abroad, and that is staying connected the moment you land. Now, the moment you join your partner in Germany, the last thing on your mind is to be standing in Munich or Frankfurt airport with no data, can't find your way out, and can't reach your partner. Trust me, we've heard all sorts of stories. And that's why I would personally recommend Holafly plans. It's an eSIM subscription that gives you internet in 160 plus destinations, including Germany and across Europe, from the moment your plane touches down. You can pay it monthly or yearly if you like. No physical SIM card, no going to the shop. You install it once on your phone before you even leave your city, and you're connected immediately on arrival. There are two flexible plans: the light with 25 GB of data and the unlimited with unlimited data and hotspots. You can cancel it at any time, no long-term commitment needed. And with the always on benefit, you get 1 GB every month as a backup after your plan is cancelled, or if you run out of data, so you're never left stranded. Use my discount code Ainejohn to get 10% off Holafly plans for 12 months. Now, link is in the description and pinned comment down below, so you should go right to it to get connected. Now let's go back to talking about how you can join your family in Germany. There is one primary way you can join your family in Germany, which is called the family reunification visa. Now, if you are a student in Germany, if you are a skilled worker in Germany, or you're just a regular worker even, your family can join you. How can you apply for this visa? What are the requirements even? Do you meet it? Let's talk about that next. Who can apply? Like, who actually qualifies? Because I've gotten a lot of questions from people asking things like, can my mom follow me as a student, to Germany or to Canada or wherever? Not every family member counts by immigration standard. Let's look at the family members that can actually join you as a dependent in Germany. Number one, we have spouse. All right, so these are married partners. Then we have minor unmarried children. Keyword there is minor and unmarried. All right. In some certain exceptional cases, adult children or other relatives like parents or minor children living in Germany without parents, or in cases of exceptional hardship. So primarily, the people legally that count as your family are your spouses, children, and in some very rare cases, parents. Now let's go into talking about the key requirements you must meet to apply for this visa. Now, your primary applicant, which is the person who has probably gone ahead of you to Germany, either as a student or a worker, must have a valid residence permit. And that is why students cannot generally travel at the same time, especially if you're coming from Africa, with their family, because you wouldn't have gotten your residence permit upon your arrival in Germany. Residence permit is usually gotten after a couple of months. I think from experience, I would say minimum these days, it takes up to 6 months to get it. So that is the timeline you should be considering. So if you're looking to have your family join you in Germany as a student, then you should be looking at least a 6-month timeline, because this is the timeline it takes to get the permit required to bring them. That is the residence permit. All right. Now, the next thing is you need to have sufficient living space. You must prove that you have adequate housing for yourself and for your family members. So if you're going to be bringing one person, say your spouse, you're going to need to provide at least 12 square meters space for that person. That's 12 square meters of space for each person. So since you're going to be two, we're looking at 24 square meters of housing space for the both of you. But if you're going to be bringing children, depending on the number of children you're bringing, you have to calculate that and then come up with the number that is the size of living space that's required by the immigration. Then the next thing you need to have is sufficient financial means. So you're going to need to prove that you can take care of your family that you're bringing to Germany. So if you cannot provide a blocked account, which is pretty much the standard in Germany, blocked account is 12,000 euros approximately as of now. It's actually 11,009 something, but let's just round it up to 12,000 euros per person, right? So if you're bringing one spouse, obviously, yeah, one spouse. If you're bringing your spouse or you're bringing your children, then you have to multiply that number by 12,000 to decide or to determine how much you really need to have in your blocked account for each person. Another way you can do this is by providing proof of job contract. So if you say you're in Germany and you're a skilled worker, you can provide your job contracts to show that, oh, you're gainfully employed, maybe it's even a permanent contract, and your salary is good enough to cover your expenses, including that of your family coming to join you. This has to include your rent, cost of living, that's utility, your feeding, everything would be calculated. So before the embassy, or let's say the German authorities, give you a no, make sure you've calculated it yourself to avoid, long stories. All right. Next thing is health insurance. You need health insurance. Like every single resident in Germany must have at least a statutory health insurance. It is non-negotiable. All right. So yeah, all members of your family must have health insurance, or you must have like a family coverage for every single one of them. And then you need to have no criminal record, because all of this will be asked to you during the process of your application. Now, there are some specific requirements for if you're bringing your partner. So you must show that they have a valid passport, and then provide proof of relationship in the form of marriage certificates. Now, these must be legally recognized marriage certificates, and you must legalize these documents, all right? You can do this in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Nigeria, for example. And I think next is the embassy. Then we have birth certificates for children who you're bringing, and it must be certified and legalized. All of these documents must be certified and legalized. If they happen to be in any language other than German or English, then they must be officially translated before they are now legalized. Now, another key requirement is the basic German language skill. German language skill at A1 level is required for spouses joining their partner in Germany. And there is one exception. If your spouse has an EU blue card, then this requirement is not necessary for you as a spouse. But if your partner doesn't have an EU blue card, maybe they have a regular work visa or work permit, or they are students, then you certainly have to provide A1 level German, except you happen to be already living in Germany. And this is really not certain, because I feel like it is treated on a case-by-case basis. So if you're already living in Germany and maybe you came on a different visa and you want to now join your spouse's visa, they may waive the A1 requirement for you, considering you're already in the country, and integration is much easier when you're already there. But still, work towards getting A1. It's like the basic, right? So now these are the requirements you need to bear in mind when you are planning to apply for the family reunification visa. However, there is a small clause I'd like to emphasize on about the family reunification visa. It's one of the visas that takes the longest to process, and the reason is there is no urgency. For study visas, they have to work with your university's resumption timeline, right? For work visa, you have a job to start, so resumption date is a factor for them. But for family reunification visa, there's really no rush. The goal is you would eventually join your family. So they are not really promising you, oh, it will be in a month or 2 months or whatever. It takes time, all right? So I would say if you're applying from anywhere in Africa right now, especially after applying from Ghana or Nigeria, just bear in mind that it might take up to 2 years. I've heard stories of people who had to wait 2 years to join their partners. It takes a long time. So while these requirements are possible to get, you cannot control the outcome in terms of the speed with which immigration actually gets back to you. So it's important to bear that in mind and be prepared mentally, be prepared emotionally. Because trust me, it's not easy. I know it's not easy at all. So get prepared for that part. However, if you are looking for faster ways, to join your spouse in Germany, because there are faster ways. And if you're considering faster ways, I would be making a video next after this one, where I talk about some faster ways, some faster visa options that you can explore. It doesn't matter what visa your spouse is on. Anyone can qualify to apply as long as you meet the criteria. So it's not dependent on the visa of your spouse. And if you would like to watch that video, make sure you stick around. This is a process that I have been through myself. And so I'm going to be sharing a very fast way, or some faster ways, to join your spouse in Germany. If you found value in this, of course, you know the drill. Give this video a big thumbs up. Click subscribe button down below, and feel free to share with your friends and family who would also find value in this. And until my next video, guys, stay kind and stay blessed. Cheers!